Hi guys! Welcome sa Engineered Math Channel. Sa video na to ay tuturo ko sa inyo ang determination of integrating factors for solving differential equations. So kung gusto niyo itong matutunan, just keep on watching.
Okay, so far ay meron na akong video about exact differential equations at tinuro ko sa inyo in two ways kung paano isolve ang differential equation na exact. So, considering daw na meron tayong differential equation na m of x, y dx plus n of x, y dy equals 0, kailangan nating ma-prove na yung partial derivative of m with respect to y ay equal doon sa partial derivative of n with respect to x para ma-verify na exact yung DE. Then, kapag na-verify natin, tsaka natin i-apply yung mga methods na naturo ko. This time, sa video na to, ay try nating isolve yung mga differential equations na hindi exact. Wherein, pwede natin gawing exact by multiplying both sides of the equation by an integrating factor. So, yun yung hanapin natin dito sa video na to. So, magkakaroon tayo ng formula kung paano hanapin yung integrating factor na i-multiply natin sa both sides ng equation para maging exact yung DE. And then, kapag exact na yung DE, tsaka natin i-apply yung mga methods na naturo ko sa inyo in solving exact DE. So, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood, ay ililink ko na lang kasi gagamitin natin yon sa video na to. Okay, so sabi, consider the differential equation m of x, y dx plus n of x, y dy equals 0, which is supposed to be not exact. Okay, so dapat not exact. We can multiply to both sides of the equation an integrating factor u to make the exact DE such that, okay, so kapag nahanap daw natin tong integrating factor na to at minultiply natin both sides, magiging exact yung DE. Ito yung condition. So, if partial derivative of m with respect to y minus partial derivative of n with respect to x divided by the whole function n in terms of x and y yan, diba, is a function of x alone, say f of x, the integrating factor is u is equal to e raised to integral ng f of x dx. Okay? So, kapag daw in-evaluate natin itong expression na to, at yung kinalabasang expression ay in terms of x lang or function of x lang, let's say naging f of x siya, the integrating factor will be u is equal to e raised to integral ng f of x dx. So therefore, ito yung formula natin for u kapag na-verify natin na yung f of x, na-verify natin na expression na to ay in terms of x lang. Ito yung multiply natin both sides of the equation to make the DE exact. Or, and if naman daw yung partial derivative of m with respect to y minus partial derivative of n with respect to x over m naman is a function of y alone naman, meaning in terms of y lang yung nabuo nating function sa expression na to, let's say g of y, then the integrating factor is u equals to e raised to integral of g of y dy naman. Okay, so meron tayong dalawang case na i-consider. So, it's either maging yung integrating factor natin ay in terms of y or in terms of x. Yun i-multiply natin sa given natin na non-exact DE para maging exact. Okay? So, para ma-illustrate, let's solve some examples. For the first example, we have find the general solution of the following DE, quantity 3xy cubed plus 4y dx plus quantity 3x squared y squared plus 2x dy equals 0. Okay, so yung m of x, y natin ay itong nakamultiply sa dx, which is itong 3x y cube plus 4y. So ito yon. And then yung n of x, y natin ay itong nakamultiply sa dy, which is this function na 3x squared y squared plus 2x. So, hanapin natin yung partial derivative of m with respect to y as well as yung partial derivative of n with respect to x. Okay, so partial derivative of m with respect to y, constant si x, differentiate tayo with respect to y, we have, so itong 3x, dahil constant, igilid ko lang, differentiate natin tong y cube, we have 3y squared, power formula. And then plus, itong 4y, derivative niya ay 4. So therefore, we have 9 xy squared plus 4. Okay? Then dito naman, partial derivative of n with respect to x naman, constant si y, differentiate natin sa x. So therefore, we have derivative nitong 3x squared y squared is itong 3 tsaka y squared constant. So gilid ko lang, differentiate ko itong x squared, we have 2x. And then plus, derivative ng 2x is simply 2. Simplifying, we have 6x y squared plus 2. So obviously, mapapansin nyo, hindi equal yung dalawang na-solve nating partial derivative. Therefore, not exact nga itong DE. Pero, maghahanap tayo ng integrating factor. So try natin, di ba yung formula is ima-minus natin yung partial derivative of m with respect to y minus dun sa partial derivative of n with respect to x. Okay? So, try natin, pag dinivide natin sa n or sa m. Kung meron tayong makita doon na function na in terms of x or y alone, then applicable itong determination of integrating factor. So, doon muna tayo sa divide n. So, dapat ang expect natin kapag divide n, magiging function of x alone. So, try natin. So, subtract natin yung partial derivative of m with respect to y sa partial derivative of n with respect to x. So, ito yun, di ba? Itong dalawa. So, 9xy squared plus 4 minus 6xy squared plus 2 over yung kabuang n natin na ito, yung 3x squared y squared plus 2x. So, tatry lang muna natin na di tayo sure na magiging function of x alone ito. So, simplify natin. So, 9xy squared minus 6xy squared is 3xy squared. 4 minus 2 is positive 2 over 3x squared y squared plus 2x. Okay? Ngayon, factor out natin itong x sa denominator. So, parang 3xy squared plus 2 over x times 3xy squared plus 2. So, makakancel natin to. So, therefore, magiging 1 over x. So, mapapansin nyo, in terms of x, yung naging kinalabas ng expression natin. So, pwede natin i-let to as f of x base dun sa formula ko binigay sa taas. So, therefore, pwede palang maging integrating factor itong expression na to, which is u given by e raised to integral ng f of x dx. So, we have e raised to integral ng f of x is itong 1 over x dx, and integral nitong 1 over x dx is simply ln x. So, makakancel natin tong e raised to ln, magiging x na lang. So, therefore, yung integrating factor natin ay itong x. Next step, imumultiply natin itong given DE natin sa integrating factor both sides, which is yung x. Okay, so, copy ko dito yung given DE natin. Okay, so, ito siya, diba? So, imumultiply ko ito sa nakuha nating integrating factor na u, which is x both sides. So, magiging ano na to? Distribute, magiging 3x squared y cubed plus 4xy dx plus, ito rin, distribute 3x cubed y squared plus 2x squared dy equals 0. So, therefore, meron na tayong bagong m, which is ito, yung 3x squared y cubed plus 4xy. Tapos, meron na rin tayong bagong n of x comma y, which is this 3x cubed y squared plus 2x squared. So, verify nga natin kung magiging exact na nga talaga sila. So, magiging partial derivative of n with respect to y is equal to constant itong 3x squared. Differentiate natin itong y cube, we have 3y squared plus constant itong 4x. So, gilid ko lang, differentiate natin yung y, we have 1. So, therefore, we have 9x squared y squared plus 4x. Ito naman, partial derivative of n with respect to x. So, we have itong 3y squared constant. So, gilid ko lang, differentiate natin itong x cube. We have 3x squared. And then plus, derivative nitong 2x squared is 2 times 2x. So, simplify, we have 9x squared y squared plus 4x. Okay, di ba? Nagpareho na yung partial derivative of m with respect to y sa partial derivative of n with respect to x. So, therefore, naging exact nga yung DE natin. So, dahil exact na, after natin mag-multiply ng integrating factor, pwede natin gamitin yung method natin ng pagsasolve ng DE. So, apply ko na lang yung theorem 2 doon sa video ko about alternative solution for exact DE. So, kung matatandaan nyo, yun ay equal saan? So, kung maalala nyo, yung theorem 2 sa video ko sa alternative solution of exact DE is integral ng m of t, y, dt from 0 to x plus integral ng n of 0, t, dt from 0 to y equal c. So, yung m of x, y natin ay, ano na yung bago nating m of x, y? Ito yung 3x squared y cubed plus 4xy. So, 3x squared y cubed plus 4xy. Tapos, yung bago nating n of x, y is 3x cubed y squared plus 2x squared. So, we have 3x cubed y squared plus 2x squared. Okay? So, papalitan ngayon natin itong x ng t, yung y as is. So, magiging 3t squared y cubed plus 4ty. And then, itong n of x, y natin, yung x papalitan natin ng 0, yung y papalitan natin ng t. So, magiging 3 times 0 cubed t squared plus 2 times 0 squared. Or simply, 0 na to, di ba? Kasi 0 plus 0 is 0. So, therefore, meron na tayong integral ng 3t squared y cubed plus 4ty dt from 0 to x, then plus integral ng, this time, 0 na lang to, so 0 dt from 0 to y. Or ito, kahit wala na kasi 0 naman yung integral niya, equated to c. So, ito na lang i-evaluate natin. So, integrate natin ulit with respect to t, tapos yung y ay constant. So, dito muna tayo. Integral ng 3t squared y cubed is, itong 3y cubed, igigilid ko. Then, integrate natin itong t squared, we have t cubed over 3, power formula, plus integral ng 4ty dt, itong 4y gigilid ko lang dahil constant, integrate natin itong t, we have t squared over 2. And then, evaluated from 0 to x, and then ito ay 0 na nga, so equal c na tayo agad. So, simplify natin. Substitute natin itong x sa t, minus substitute natin itong 0 sa t. Okay, so we have, ito i-cancel ko na, yung 3, so we have y cubed, then yung t gawin natin x, so x cubed plus, itong 4 over 2, magiging 2 na lang, times y, then substitute ko yung x sa t, so magiging x squared, minus, ito, dahil isasubstitute natin itong 0 sa t, automatic, 0 pa rin yung sagot niyan. So, 0 plus ito rin 0 equal c. So, therefore, meron na lang tayong x cubed, y cubed, plus 2x squared y equal c. Okay, so, therefore, this is the final answer. Okay? Next, we have quantity 2xy squared minus 2y dx plus quantity 3x squared y minus 4x dy equal 0. Okay, sulat muna natin yung m of x, y natin, which is yung nakamultiply sa dx na itong function. So, 2xy squared minus 2y. And then, yung n of x, y natin ay yung nakamultiply sa dy, which is this function, yung 3x squared y minus 4x. And then, laging first step, hanapin natin yung partial derivative nung m with respect to y. So, we have constant si x, differentiate natin with respect to y. So, itong 2x, igigilid ko lang dahil constant. Differentiate natin itong y squared. We have 2y minus integral ng 2y is simply 2. So, we have 4xy minus 2. And then, yung partial derivative naman ng n with respect to x, we have constant naman si y. Differentiate natin with respect to x. So, itong 3y, dahil constant, gilid ko lang, differentiate natin itong x squared. 2x, right? Minus, itong 4x, derivative niyan is simply 4. So, we have 6xy minus 4. So, therefore, yung partial derivative of m with respect to y is not equal sa partial derivative of n with respect to x. So, yung DE natin is not exact. So, pwede natin gawing eksakto by determining the integrating factor. So, gagamitin natin yung formula. So, subtract muna natin yung partial derivative of m with respect to y minus partial derivative of n with respect to x. So, we have 4xy minus 2 minus 6xy minus 4. So, ito yung dalawang yun, di ba? Then, we have 4xy minus 2. Distribute yung negative sign minus 6xy plus 4. So, we have 4xy minus 6xy is negative 2xy. Negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. Okay, so next step, try natin kung pag dinivide ba natin itong expression na to by m or n. Kapag dinivide natin sa n, kung function of x alone ba yung kinalabasan, then pwede siyang maging integrating factor. Pag dinivide naman natin sa m, kung function of y alone naman yung naging expression, then pwede siyang maging integrating factor. So, try natin. So, unahin natin kung i-divide natin muna by m. Okay? So, tatry lang natin na hindi tayo sure kung magiging function of y alone ba to. So, pag dinivide natin itong nakuha nating dm over dy minus dn over dx sa m, so yung m natin na ito, diba? 2xy squared minus 2y. 2xy squared minus 2y. So, may chance ba na maging in terms of y lang to? Try natin kung i-factor out natin tong numerator. Ilabas natin yung negative sa magiging quantity 2xy minus 2, right? Over. Ito naman, pag factor out natin tong y, magiging 2xy minus 2. Okay, so therefore, makakancel natin tong expression na to. Matitira ay negative 1 over y. So therefore, function of y alone siya. Parang yung kanina, di ba, na-represent natin to as g of y. So therefore, ang magiging integrating factor natin dito ay e raised to integral ng g of y dy negative. Okay, so may negative. Base dun sa nasulat ko kanina, wala ata akong nasulat na negative. Okay, so dapat meron ito. Okay, kapag function of y alone. So therefore, substitute natin. We have e raised to integral ng negative 1 over y dy. Tapos may negative dito. Magiging, ito makakancel yung negative. Parang e raised to integral na lang yan ng dy over y. Or simply, integral ng dy over y is e raised to ln y. And then, makakancel tong e raised to ln magiging y. So, therefore, yung integrating factor pala natin ay itong y. So, i-multiply ngayon natin to both sides of the equation, itong y. So, di ba yung original equation natin ay 2xy squared minus 2y dx plus 3x squared y minus 4x dy equals 0. I-multiply natin both sides by y. Okay, so therefore, dito muna tayo sa dx. Distribute lang to, magiging 2xy cubed minus 2y squared dx plus, ito rin, distribute natin tong y, magiging 3x squared y squared minus 4xy dy equals y times 0 is 0 pa rin. So therefore, yung bago nating m ay we have ito yung 2xy cubed minus 2y squared, and then yung bago nating n of x comma y is ito 3x squared y squared minus 4xy. So verify nga natin kung magiging exact na ba uli ito. So dapat equal tong partial derivative of m with respect to y sa partial derivative of n with respect to x. So we have, differentiate natin to, magiging 2x times 3y squared minus 4y. So, we have 6xy squared minus 4y. And then, itong kabila, magiging ano yan? 3y squared times 2x minus 4y. So, we have 6xy squared minus 4y. So, therefore, nag-equal na sila. Exact na nga yung DE kasi minultiply na natin ng integrating factor na y. So, proceed na tayo doon sa pagsasolve natin. So, gamitin ulit natin yung alternative solution, yung integral of m of t comma y dt from 0 to x plus integral ng n of 0 comma t dt from 0 to y equals c. Okay, so papalitan natin yung m of x comma y, yung x gagawin nating t, yung y as is, tapos dun sa n of x comma y, yung x gagawin nating 0, yung y gagawin nating t. So, magiging ano na yun? So, we have, ito yung m of x comma y natin, diba? So, yung x gagawin nating t, so 2t y cubed minus yung y as is, diba? 2y squared. Then, integral ng dt from 0 to x plus, ito naman, yung x, yung sa n of x comma y, yung x gagawin nating 0, tapos yung y gagawin nating t. So, we have 3 times 0 squared times t squared minus 4 times 0 times t. So, we have 0 minus 0 or 0 uli. So, therefore, we have integral ng 2ty cubed minus 2y squared dt from 0 to x plus ito, integral ng 0 dt from 0 to y equals c. So, ito, 0 na siya. So, yun natin yung i-evaluate. So, parang ito na lang. Integral nitong expression na to. So, with respect to t uli, constant si y. So, magiging itong 2y cubed, igigilid ko lang. Differentiate natin itong t. We have t squared over 2 minus itong 2y squared dt. Integral niyan is, dahil constant lang, 2y squared gilid lang, tapos multiplied by the integral of dt na t. And then, evaluate from 0 to x. So, ito wala na nga, so equal c agad. So, simplify ko na. Itong 2 over 2 makakancel. Papalitan natin itong t squared ng x. So, parang y cubed x squared minus 2y squared t. Palitan natin ng x minus. Palitan naman natin yung mga t this time ng 0, yung lower limit. So, dahil nakamultiply siya sa 0, itong mga expression, automatic, 0 minus 0 lang yan. Equal c. Or simply, x squared y cubed minus 2xy squared equal c. So, therefore, this is the final answer. Okay? Okay, so I think that's it for this video, determination of integrating factors for DE. So, ganun lang, kapag meron kayong non-exact DE, pwede nyo itong gawing exact by multiplying it by an integrating factor kung saan gagamitin nyo yung formula na binigay ko. So ito yun. Kung yung partial derivative of m with respect to y minus partial derivative of n with respect to x, dinivide nyo sa n at yung kinalabasan ay function of x alone, let's say f of x, yung integrating factor nyo na u ay equal sa e raised to integral ng f of x dx. Kapag naman yung partial derivative of m with respect to y minus partial derivative of n with respect to x over m naman, ang kinalabasan ay function of y alone, let's say g of y, yung integrating factor nyo na u ay equal this time sa e raised to, take note of the negative integral of g of y dy. Okay? And then, pag nakuha nyo na yung integrating factor na u, either function of x or function of y alone, imumultiply nyo both sides of the non-exact DE by this integrating factor. Then, kalalabasan ay magiging exact na yung DE. Then, tsaka nyo i-apply yung natutunan nyo sa dalawa kong videos, either yung long method or yung alternative solution for exact DE para masolve nyo tong DE. Okay? So, ganun lang. Practice lang kayong mag-solve at later on, masasanay kayong mag-solve ng DE at magiging madali na lang sa inyo to. Okay, so that's it for this video. So, sana ay may natutunan kayo sa video na to at maraming salamat sa panonood.